guys, I'm welcome to today's video. Today I have a behemoth boots haul. It's actually full. Little insight. I actually bought a bigger bag, but I was like, this is gonna get so nasty because I was like carrying loads of other bags. So I purchased, I can't get rid of this, I purchased another small bag for this video so it would look nice and not crumpled, okay? 5p investment as I see it. And I'll just reuse this little bag for something, okay? So, thumbnail. I actually went into Boots, long story long, for their recycling program, for their like push tab pill things. I was gonna say leaflets, but they're not leaflets, they're like these things right here, these things. You know, like, what are these? What are these? Like, pill dispensers? I don't know. What I'm trying to say is I know that every time you recycle 5 of these you get some Boots points, and they do the same with makeup, and so I have been collecting these to recycle them. Like, the points are a perk for me, do not get me wrong, they stop me from just throwing them out. So I've been like collecting them, and I have like a good old bag of them underneath my sink. And I was like, I'm gonna go to Boots, I'm gonna recycle all of them, I'm gonna get my points, be on my merry way, do some recycling, get some points, do some purchasing, happy days, right? And then I was like, while I'm at it, I'll also bring my makeup, like makeup packaging, because I was aware that you could recycle it. And I was aware that Boots did the points scheme, just haven't got around to it. So I like bought some of that with me. So I'm like fully in tow, ready to do some recycling and get some Boots points and possibly spend them on myself, right? Get there, realised that it was a different app that you have to download. It wasn't the Boots app, it was the Boots recycling app. And that you have to wait 24 hours to take a picture of every single one of these. It's like not easy, but at the same time, like, you're getting points for it. So like, they're making you work for your money, you know? I wish I knew ahead of time that you had to take a picture of them and it took 24 hours to upload to the system to be able to then throw them away to get your points to redeem them. I'm an idiot. Basically, I should have downloaded the app and followed the instructions. Anyway, because I was so grief-stricken by the fact that I realised I'd just walked into town and been carrying trash around that then I couldn't dispense, I continued my venture in Boots and bought all the things that I not only needed, but then wanted. Should we start off with like boring things? I say boring, but like things that were just necessities, and I'll shove them back here and create a big trash pile. I bought some new sanitary towels. I really like the body form ones. These are pretty affordable. 24 with wings. Woo! Periods. Bought some more of my favourite nail polish remover. You've seen this in so many empties videos that I've done. It's the Nourishing one. It's the green colour. My absolute favourite. I feel like it doesn't dry my nails out. It removes my polish nicely. It doesn't smell too acetone-y. In fact, is it acetone free? No, it's not acetone free, but it doesn't smell bad. So anyway, my favourite, picked up one of these. I picked up some of these nails. I like polished nails. They're Boots' own brand. I do quite like press-on nails with a little glue, like especially if I'm going away or I want my nails to look cute for an entire week and not chipped, or I don't know, like sometimes I just like to treat myself by putting on stick-on nails, and I think they look pretty effective on my nails, but I've never tried the Boots' own brand. This is the colour We Shall Never Know. But it's like this nice purpley aubergine-y colour, and I was like, oh, do you know what? That's quite nice. That could be quite nice and fitting, like if I'm going out and I don't know. I thought it was nice. It says flexible fit and last up to 7 days, so let's see if it does that. Ooh, got my favourite. I got another bottle of Batiste because I've currently got one in front of me. This is the 100% natural extracts, and this is the only one I had left in the house, and Mama needs backups of everything in her life, especially the things that she likes. So I have this one on the go currently, and I just thought I'd pick up another one. These were not on offer. Normally, if they're on offer, I pick up like 2 or 3 at a time. It wasn't, but it wasn't bad. It was like club card savings. It was like £2.30 instead of like £2.99. I was like, oh, do you know what? Let's just pick up one as a nice little backup, because it might not be a while until I get back out into the shops to go buy more. So yeah, another Batiste. This is the 100% natural extracts, green tea and chamomile. Really, really like this one. I obviously picked up another one of these as well, because if you know, you know. I've been using this for years. It's my favourite cleanser. It's my favourite makeup remover, probably is what I should say. Makeup remover and cleanser. And every single empties, if you watch my empties, I'll link it up in the card so you can have a look at my most recent one. I get through like 2 or 3 of these, like all the time, every single empties, sometimes more. It's my fave. what can I say? I always need another bottle. Again, this wasn't on offer either, which is why I only picked up one bottle, but usually when they're on offer, I pick up quite a few at a time. Oh, I picked up some of these. We will get to the makeup, by the way, in a minute. Maybe I'll like douse some makeup in a second. I picked up some more Oral-B brushes, like brush heads for my toothbrush, because I feel like mine's just a little bit old now. I'm not gonna lie, like I keep on top of my dental hygiene products quite a lot. Like a lot of people replace these, I think, quite often. My toothbrush head doesn't get frayed very quickly, and I always like make sure that I wash it quite vigorously. So I don't need to replace them that often, but it feels like it's time now. So I picked up some of these, and goddamn, these are expensive. So maybe that's why I don't replace them that often. Maybe price is the reigning reason why I look after my things, because I'm like, I don't want to pay that. Let's do some makeup, why not? It was like spend £15 and get a free setting spray with NYX, so I was like, yeah, let's do that. So I wanted to pick up the NYX Blur foundation. There is the glaze one that's come out recently in the past month or so, and I wanted that, but it wasn't there, and there was a space for it, but it was just like not there. So I don't know if the stock hadn't come in or if it's like sold out, but it wasn't there. So I was like, oh, okay, that's fine. So I wanted to pick up this one anyway to try it, but I picked up the Bear With Me concealer. I don't know if this is getting phased out, because in another Boots kind of down the road from me, like in the next area, they don't sell this, and in my Boots closest to me, they had like literally a few left. Is this concealer in your stores still? Because I feel like it's disappearing, and I don't know if it's just a stock thing. I don't know if it's my Bootses around me, but I picked up this one and the Bear With Me Blur in 04 Light Neutral. It's quite a small little tub, like it's a squeezy tube with a proper lid, but it is 1 fluid ounce. It just doesn't feel very big, but quite like a squeezy tube foundation, and I do like NYX products, so I want to try this one out. I am still on the hunt for that glaze foundation, so I'll just probably have to wait. And the little free product that I got was either the Dewy Finish Satin Mist, where is it? I'm actually using it at the moment. The Dewy Finish one, or the matte. I've actually nearly got to the bottom of this one, so I was like, oh, I'll try something new out, why not? This is the Dewy Finish Satin Setting Spray. NYX's setting sprays are pretty good. Like, it's one of those things where I like to have variety in my collection, and I feel like this is gonna be quite nice. I like a satin finish on my skin. I like it to be sheeny and healthy, but sometimes I want it to not be glowy. So I feel like this is gonna be a really nice one. I got some other little pieces that you'll probably recognize. I got another little Femme Fresh, just because. It's one of my absolute firm favorites. It's always in my empties, and I mean, if you know, you know. I also picked up this, which looks like it's exploded, which is not fun. It has exploded. Ah! Maybe I was shaking it up too much as I was walking home. I don't know. I thought I'd pick this up just because I haven't used a shaving foam in a very, very long time. And I just feel like, I think a shaving foam would help my legs a little bit more, be less dry. Like, I find my shins can be quite dry in winter, especially. And I do moisturize, but I just feel like anything extra that can help me a little bit have less dry shins would be lovely. Speaking of shaving myself, I bought a new razor because the heads of mine, I use the Venus, the one with the soap, and I have the pink one, and I was like, oh, that's cute, but this one was silver, and I was like, this is nice. It's a platinum metal handle. Oh, it is actually metal. This is heavy. This is very heavy, like, oh. Yeah, nice. Okay, cool. Vibing. We like it. I also picked up some of these by Kitsch. When I was in like the razor section, I really love facial razors. I'm using like the Tinkle razors, and I've got the, can't remember what brand they are, but like, you know, the little facial tinkle razors. I really, really like these. This came in a massive pack of like, what, 12 I think it is. And I just thought these are really handy. I don't know how long these ones specifically last for, but I'm guessing because there's 12, not very long. But I shave my face with one of these all the time, and so many people in my life have been like, what do you mean you shave your face? I'm like, with a little facial razor, not with like an actual leg razor, not with this baby, but like a little facial razor. And I find that my makeup application goes on so much better. If you've ever seen girls or friends or yourself with like what I can only describe as cake face, where you can see the baby hairs and it looks powdery and it looks cakey, for me, I find that that never happens. Well, okay, I say never, that's a very strong word. Rarely. It rarely looks like that on me because the peach fuzz isn't there, so therefore it doesn't look powdery and dusty because it's on the skin. Like, it's just better. Also, I find that my skincare goes in better. I don't know, I just feel fresher, more youthful. It kind of exfoliates a little bit of the dead skin as well when you shave off, like skin that you would barely even notice. And I have like a Groucho moustache coming through, so that has to go. That's a non-negotiable. These are also really good for tidying up around the eyebrows. I don't pluck my eyebrows because the sense of plucking makes my eyes water, and I'm a little wiener. I can't handle it. So I'm hoping that these are really good because I love tinkle razors. And if I can get them at Boots, it's even better. My Boots has like a really weird shelf, which is like travels, new in, with like from brands that don't really have an established stand. And then also it's like discounted stuff as well. It's just like the most bizarre trolley in the middle. It's not like, it's like a proper shelf unit, but it's just like the weirdest place. But I always go to check it out because I'm like, is there something interesting? I always just call it the interesting shelf in the corner. It's just bloody bizarre. But I saw that this was £15. I nearly picked up 2 and I was like, restrain yourself, Megan. Restrain yourself. This is the MAC Fix Plus setting spray. It was down to £15. I don't know if you can see that. £15. I'm very aware that the reason for that is that they've redone their packaging and that they have a different spray now. So I'm pretty sure that they were just trying to phase this out to get the new stock in, which is absolutely fine with me because I love MAC Fix Plus. I've got one on the go, so this will be a good backup. It's a really, really great setting spray. It's one of those setting sprays that I always like to have in my collection. For me, it's like one of the core 5, and then everything outside of the core 5, like this, Urban Decay All Nighter, you know, like for me are the core setting sprays. Everything outside of that is literally just for fun. So I picked this up because I was like, well, I don't really care that it's in the old packaging. It does not bother me. It's the same formula, just different packaging. So I picked that up because I am definitely going to save myself. Like, that's nearly half price. That's nearly half price. I love the very makeshift label that they put on it as well. I was like, wow, a bargain basement. I also went over to the Benefit stand and they had quite a lot of their Christmas stock reduced. And I'm not gonna lie to you, the crisp packet makeup bag and the olive oil can and the other mascara duo, I was like, oh, I really want that. Oh, and the like little eggnog milk thing for your brows. I was like, oh my god, I really want that. But I just feel like I couldn't spend the money on it because it was quite expensive. So I'm gonna like just keep my eyes open and see if it reduces anywhere else. But the 2 things that I really did want, and I was like, oh, I just kick myself if I didn't buy these things. One was the lashes, the Wild Caught lashes. And this is, can I open this? Who knows? This is the Wild Caught lashes and it's in a beautiful sardine tin, a pink sardine tin, and you get Bad Gal Bang and the FanFest mascara. Bad Gal Bang is one of those mascaras to me that I'm like, again, it's just like a core favourite. Benefit do 2 things very well, mascara and brows. Everything else is lovely, but mascara and brows, I don't think I've had a moment in time where I've not had either a mascara or brow product in circulation, in use. You can go through all of my videos, see what's on my face in the description bar down below. Usually it's a Benefit mascara or a brow product or both at the same time. Like, I'm always circling through their products. So for me, this was like, I really want to try the FanFest mascara. I haven't tried it yet. Bad Gal Bang's a favourite for me. And this was basically 2 mascaras for the price of one. I think it was £22, something like that. And mascara usually is about that price anyway for one of them. So I was like, perfect. I get 2 for the price of one and a really cute sardine can that I can never throw away now. This is the most precious thing I've ever seen. Stop. Look, okay, so it has Benefit on the side, the little sardine, the can pull. Stop it right now. I don't know what I'm going to use this for, but this is adorable. And then you get the mascaras inside and you get 2 full-size mascaras in here. So I'm actually really keen to try these out. I'm very much looking forward to that. The other thing I picked up was this, because if you know, you know that one of my favourite face trios is a Benefit Cheekleader, the Cheekleader palette, which was from Christmas 2022, I believe, or 2021 it might have been. Damn, 2021 or 2022? Wait, surely not. Hang on, let me think. Revise. I need to look this up. How old is that product that I've been using? It came out in 2019. Well, that's haunting. That's truly haunting. That's spectacular. It's this one right here, like the cheek leader. You've seen me use it time and time again. I've actually like listed it in what's on my face. Actually, hang on, I've got it on today. I've got the bloody palette on today. It's Rocature, Huda and Cookie. This cheek, it's very easy. Anyway, I digress. 2019, goddamn, that's nearly 6 years old. And it's still performing really well. This is the Chocolicious Cheeks, chock full of beauty. This is the first palette since 2019 that I have felt worthy of me picking up. The reason for that is because if something's gonna be a cheek trio for me, I don't want it to, if it's 3 blushes, it's a blush palette, lovely. I have lots of blush palettes. I actually have a lot of individual benefit blushes as well. So for me, a blush palette is not what I want. Also a blush palette with just highlight, that seems lovely as well, but they haven't released that. And I don't know, I just haven't been a massive fan of what they've been releasing in terms of the cheek trios. But this year they had the Huda and 2 blushes. And I was like, do you know what, I can live with that because I could just bring one highlighter along with me. And it's still, I'd say, as universal as my cheek leader one, even though the cheek leader one I think in my opinion is better because it's bronzer, blush and a highlight. I'm like, whew, complete. I will still travel with that one more than this one, but I feel like this one's really nice because it has 2 different types of blushes, so it's giving you 2 different types of moods and you can just bring one highlighter with you. I really like this, and I was like, I would be a fool not to pick this up because it's just a gorgeous little palette. And to be honest with you, it's one of those where I'm like, this is a travel palette done well, correctly. This is how you're supposed to do it, you know, nice and thin, nice and small. If I was to compare it to my iPhone, it's like, it's dinky, okay? It's dinky and small, and I really like it. So yeah, I would kick myself if I didn't pick this up. You get Hula, Willa and Cherry in this one, and I really like those blushes. I don't think I have either of these in full sizes either, so that's quite fun. So yeah, I picked up the 2 benefit pieces that I was like, I really want these, and if I don't get my hands on them, I think I'll be quite sad because I really want to try the FanFest mascara, and having 2 mascaras suits me very nicely. And then this one, I was like, I really do want to pick this one up this year, so yes. Okay, another big old thing that's quite boring but, you know, quite essential in my life is panty liners. I get through panty liners relatively quick. Like, it's not just exclusive to the time of the month. These are 58 by Bodyform. These are nice and long. They don't come like folded up in a nice little package or anything like that, so they're not like travel friendly. I have some of those on top of these, but I don't use them as often. But these are great because you just literally open the box. They're not very sightly, to be honest with you, but they do the job, and they're pretty affordable. For like 58, they're far cheaper than the other leading brands as well. And to be honest with you, they're comfy, they do the job, and like that's all I really want, is to do the job and be comfy and be affordable. Thank you. I went over to the number 7 area of the shop. Sorry, that bag is so bloody noisy. And I picked up not 1, but 2 foundations. And I picked up another Hydroluminous foundation. This is the Aqua Release Skin Perfector Tinted Moisturizer, 8-hour hydration, light coverage. I got mine in the shade Light. So that is what this one looks like. And I think this is pretty close to, it's pretty close to this one. I don't know if they still sell this one. I actually didn't look out for it. This is the Hydroluminous Moisturizing Foundation. I've already got another backup of these. I need to finish this one. It's in the shade Calico. A brilliant foundation, bloody brilliant foundation. And this one's the Hydroluminous Skin Perfector Tinted Moisturizer. So I feel like this one's a bit more heavy duty. This one's gonna be more of a tinted moisturizer. Either or, I thought I'd just pick this up because, to be honest with you, you like number 7's foundations. I also picked up this one, which is a Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Serum Foundation. Instantly firmer, lifted and brighter looking skin, medium coverage. I got mine in the shade Calico again. Like you can see, it comes in this lovely little box. This one I feel like it's more skincare infused. It says, fight the 3 key signs of aging with this foundation, powered with number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Serum Technology, vitamins A, C and E and antioxidants. It actively targets the appearance of fine lines, wrinkles, firmness, pigmentation and uneven skin tone. Basically, this is going to help me look like a 20-something-year-old for the rest of time, is what I'm hearing. It's in the shade Calico, so I know that because I'm Calico in other foundations. Again, the Hydroluminous here, it was in the shade Light, so it didn't necessarily have a shade name. There was far less shades of this one, and I think that's because it's supposed to be like a tinted moisturizer, so it's going to be just like more flexible between skin tones, whereas this one has actually got a shade range. It comes in a really nice like glass frosted bottle. The lid is a little bit loose. Not gonna lie, that's like kind of upsetting me deeply, but whatever, we live. This is what it looks like. I'm actually really excited to try this one out, honestly. SPF 15 for the best results, blend on smoothly and evenly with your fingers. So yeah, number 7 does really great products, really great foundations. I highly recommend them. Their base products are really good and they are meant for a more mature skin type. So if you're constantly finding that your skin type is not catered for, like everything's too heavy, everything's too much for like younger skin, number 7 is a really great place. I mean, I'm in my late 20s and I still really enjoy number 7 skincare and products and foundations. So it's not exclusively for older people, but I'm saying like, I think you'll be probably able to find more of what you're looking for with them because they are catering to a bit more of an older demographic. Oh, I think this is like the final 2 bits that are not makeup, I think, yeah. I want to pick up another bio oil. I feel like you can buy the store own version of this and it's no different, but this was, I think, down to like 10 quid or something. It was like on a super saver, like club card situation, Boots Advantage card even. And I was like, yeah, why not? Because I have the half size and I've used it all up. And I do find that bio oil, it's, you know, it's an active ingredient. It helps, it's got a lot of vitamin E in it. It helps scar tissue. It's like very active. Pretend I know what I'm talking about. And I really like bio oil and I don't have any more left of it, so I picked up one of those. I also saw this, which I've never seen before and I was really intrigued by it. It's called Acnicide Acnicide Face, 5%. What is this saying? Basically it's benzoyl peroxide, 5% benzoyl peroxide for the treatment of mild acne on your face. As you can see, I do not have acne. I have never suffered with acne. I'm very, very grateful to have never suffered with any heavy spottage at all. But I'm just thinking, like, I feel like this is gonna be really good when I have got a bit of a breakout happening. And I do get them. It's particularly around like my time of the month and stuff. I do get them, and if my diet's been bad, oh, I know about it. I really know about it. I just feel like this would be really good to just like blob a little bit of this and have like an active ingredient where it's helping the spot and it's not just like one of those pimple patches that are actually really expensive. I do use pimple patches quite a lot, but sometimes I'm like, I don't want to waste effectively what is like a £3 pimple patch on a spot when I'm not going out or I'm not going to an event, I'm going to work and I'm going to be in the office where no one gives a damn about my face and my pimple. Like, only I care about my pimple. And I feel like I don't really want to waste a pimple patch on that. So I've picked up this. I can let you know how it works if you want. I've never tried it before. It feels very like, I was gonna say chemical. That's not the word I want to use. Pharmaceutical is the word I want to use. It feels like this is going to do something to my skin. It's not just like a cosmetic, it's not like a little gimmick. And it comes in this little tube. I think it was £8. So I thought, well, hell, why not? It says for the treatment of mild acne on your face. After washing with a mild cleanser and water, apply Acnicide face gel 5% on your dried skin once or twice a day to affected area of the face. It may bleach hair and dyed fabrics. God damn, which says to me basically, this is not only, I think peroxide is like a type of bleach. It's like a type of cleanser in the sense of it's going to dry the skin out, but it's going to remove bacteria. I have a feeling that if I got this on the end of a Q-tip or just like on my finger and just did the particular targeted area, it's going to help with draw out the oils and help it just like not be so inflamed and gross and like spotty, you know. But I just wanted another approach to tackling my big juicy spots that wasn't like a £3 pimple patch that I didn't want to waste on my colleagues. Sorry to tell you. Soz, you're not worth my £3 pimple patch. Rimmel London were also having like a 3 for 2 situation, and I really want to try out the Thrill Seeker mascara. I feel like the packaging is really pretty. It reminds me of Benefit actually, or like Maybelline a little bit. I feel like they're all duping each other, but it's really, really cool. I'll show you the brush in a second. And then I saw this. This is the Wonder Freeze Brow Lamination Gel. It looks like this. Again, I'll get all the tube out for you. You can see the brush in there. I'll get it out in a second to show you. And I picked up the Multitasker Wake Me Up Concealer and Foundation with a cooling wand, vitamin C, caffeine, medium coverage. I got mine in 030 light. I just thought it looked really peculiar, really bizarre. It's, I think it's 20 mil, so just under a fluid ounce. So normally foundations are 30 mil, normally concealers are 10 mil. So you kind of got bang in the middle there. It's a concealer and foundation. And I feel like if this is nice, it comes with a little roller ball at the end. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a little cool roller ball. So you like squeeze the product out and then it's like a ball that rolls around I think that's supposed to like feel good. I'm not really too sure. But I thought to myself, if this is actually nice, it's got medium coverage, if this is nice, it goes on my skin nicely, and it's kind of like a concealer and a foundation, then this might be like one of those things where I keep it for on the go, not on the go touch-ups, because I'm not that girl. I'd like to think I am, but I'm not that girl. I'd like to think that this is good for if I haven't done any makeup and I want to leave the house quickly and do it in the car when I get to my destination, or like before I set off. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like this might be quite a good, quick and easy makeup product. So that's why I picked it up. We'll see on that one. And then the brow freeze, yeah, you get like this really cool brush in the lid. So you got this really fine comb and then these bigger bristles, which is really cool. And then when you open it, it's like a really big, long mascara wand. So I'm excited to try that out. I really like trying different brow gels out, and I prefer the fluffy, kind of natural hair, brow hair situation. I'm not a massive fan of bushy bramble patch brows. I know that looks adorable on some people. I just don't have the brow hair type for that. I've got very long brow hairs and there's not a lot of them, so I need to fill, define and fluff. Fill, define, fluff. Actually, that's a FDF. Idiot. So I feel like this is going to be the fluff element and kind of push them up in a fluffy way and let them like stick there. My favourite brow gel, I haven't got in front of me, it's either the Brow Freeze by Anastasia Beverly Hills or the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. Those two laminate but don't crisp my brows up. So I'm hoping this doesn't look crispy. I'm hoping that looks sumptuous and fluffy. And then the Thrill Seeker mascara, I'm kind of not wanting to open this because as soon as you open it, it starts to dry out, but you know, like whatever, you know. Ooh, look at that. It's a really nice brush. I'm very excited to try this out. I picked up these two things from Makeup Revolution. I was kind of perusing some of their stuff, but I did see these here, and I remember Aniela Kanikvis raving about these last year, and I was like, do you know what? Let's just try them. So I've got the Revolution Pro Goddess Glow Cream Contour and Bronze and the Cream Highlighter. I've got the shade Light and A Light. So let's get these open and have a look-see. I hope that these shades are going to be okay for me. They're kind of like the dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury things with the puffs on the end. First of all, love this packaging. It's like a tortoise shell squeezy tube. Really like that. So this is the cream contour and bronzer, and this is the cream highlighter. They both have the puff, the poof at the end, and like the lock mechanism, which is kind of cool. I do appreciate the lock mechanism. Should we just swatch these for a bit of fun, or should we save it for a full face? Let's save it for a full face of first impressions. I feel like that might be fun. Maybe. You can see the colour I've got. So this one is a light. I think this was the second to lightest one. It has like a pinky gold champagne feel to it. I think this would be quite nice. And then the light shade of the bronzer contour, I feel like it's a good shade. It has like a lot of yellow to it, which is good for me. I don't fare well with pinky red toned bronzers. I much prefer like a yellowy toned bronzer that's not orange. Like I don't really like an orange bronzer unless I'm dusting it all over myself, which rarely happens because I can't be bothered. But this looks like a good yellow toned bronzer. I also love the Revolution cream bronzer in the compact. It's like £4. And honestly, one of the best bloody cream bronzers out there. It's so affordable. So I'm hoping that this will at least be good. And they do really good highlighters. Like Revolution has its peaks and troughs. It's a peak and trough kind of girly, but something they do amazing is cream products and highlighters and like just general cheek products. They are so good at that. Their eyeshadows are, they're needing something. They're needing a little bit of something, but they know what they're doing when it comes to cheek products. This was a really random one, but basically I saw the girl next to me swatching this on her skin and I was like, that looks beautiful. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation Stick in the shade 210 Creamy Nude. Basically, it just looks like this, and I've already swatched it. It's just like really nice. I think this is my shade, but the shade lighter and the shade darker just wasn't like, it wasn't doing it for me. This is probably a tiny bit too dark, but I can make it work. It's like the same color as my foundation today, and I feel like this generally works. It's a hair too dark for the rest of my body. It's not church and state though, so I'm okay with that. But this looked really nice, and I saw her swatching it and I was like, that looks really full coverage, really creamy and really blendable. And then I picked it up and swatched it and I was like, yeah, why not? Let's come home with me. I went over to the e.l.f. section to look for their lip oil, and the colour, well, I had two colours in mind. Both colours were out of stock which saddened me deeply. And I was like, it's okay, Megan, we'll come back. When we come to get rid of our trash, which is the actual reason we came in this shop, I'll pick it up then when it's back in stock. But as I was about to depart, I saw two things that I was like, oh, do you know what? Let's just try this out. I saw the e.l.f. O Face Satin Lipstick. These are not new. I think these were released last year. But I heard so many wonderful things about these lipsticks. The only reason I didn't pick it up is just because at the time I was like, oh, I don't really want another lipstick. But I was like, let's just try one out. It looks like this. It's like a soft matte finish. I got mine in the shade Hustle, I believe. Yeah, Hustle, which looks like this. It's got a really nice magnet lid, which I appreciate. That to me is a sign of quality. Let's have a quick look. Ooh. Oh, hello. Oh, it smells beautiful, like vanilla. Oh yeah, okay, should I swatch it? Oh, I like that shade. It's like a honey nude. Oh yeah, okay. I also picked up the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. This is supposed to be like a dupe of the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. This is in the shade Fair 100. I feel like she was giving winter when she picked this up. Should we just have a little squeeze and see what this looks like? Oh, shiitake, that is light. Okay. Okay. I mean, if it's light on my hand, that says a lot, because the skin on the back of my hand is probably the palest out of, well, that and like my chest is the palest out of all my body, because it doesn't see the sun for like 8 months of the year. And also I wash my hands, so you know there's no chance of any tan developing. That's pale. It feels nice though. It feels very nice. So I'm looking forward to having this on my face. I'm just gonna have to bronze the crap out of it, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. If I feel good about this and it's really nice, I'll probably just pick up the next shade. I will be coming back for you e.l.f. lip oil, and probably by the time I've done that, there'll be something new that's released, so I can pick up another 2 things. Something that I picked up from Fenty was this, and I meant to pick it up in the like 30% sale. You know, like I did a haul, I did a Fenty haul. I'll link it up in the card so you can go see it. And I hauled a lot of stuff in there. But something I didn't pick up, and I meant to, I just don't know why I didn't, maybe it was not in stock at the time, was the Pro Kisser Luscious Lip Balm. I got mine in the shade Latte Lips, and it's essentially a tinted lip balm, but it's kind of like a lip oil, but not an oil. It's like a balm, a liquid balm, but coloured. And I just thought this packaging, first of all, absolutely beautiful, absolutely lovely. Latte Lips 02. She has quite a few shades. I'd say like 8 shades. Ooh, look at this. Let's give this a little swatch. Or like, look at this lovely like cocoa-y honey brown. Oh yeah, like I can just imagine this all over my lips with maybe like a little bit of a lip liner. But what a perfect like accompaniment to put in my handbag, and just kind of be on the go and have nice luscious lips. I have got the Tower 28 gloss on at the moment. Everything I've got on my face is always in the description bar down below, but I'm really liking glosses at the moment just because I'm finding myself so bloody dry. So I'll probably not be wearing them in like 3 weeks when the weather doesn't get so crisp and dry in the air. Speaking of lips, I actually picked this up from Morphe. I can actually say I do bloody love a Morphe lip liner. So I picked up a Morphe lip liner. I only picked up the one. I picked it up because it was on offer, and I was like, I actually don't have this shade, and it looks really nice. It's in the shade Sweet Tea. I'm just gonna swatch it like this because I'm gonna ruin the tip otherwise. I really like that. I don't have lots and lots and lots of brown lip liners with a yellow undertone like this. They're all brown with a pink undertone, so I feel like this is gonna be pretty unique in my collection. And like I said, it's wooden as well, so I can sharpen it, which is nice. I used to be all about the wind up lip liners, but the more I do makeup, the more I'm like getting to know what's good. Is I find sharpenable lip liners profoundly better because you can be more precise. It's just like they're so much better. And I'm looking forward to applying this shade specifically because I feel like it's something slightly different in my collection where it's just more yellow toned, a little bit more of a mustardy brown without being on the nose mustard. You know, it's more approachable. So I picked up this. Something that I've wanted since it came out but never picked up was the KVD Vegan Beauty, forgot that was part of the name, Good Apple Foundation. Really want the Good Apple Concealer as well, but I was like, what if I don't like it? And then I've picked up 2 products that were quite expensive. So I got mine in the shade Light 012, but it looks like a bronzer. It looks like a bronzer, and you can see that I've actually swatched this one because I got home and I was like, I'm not convinced, should I take it back? But you can see when you swatch it, it's actually like lighter than the pan it looks. And so I don't know, I'm not feeling confident if I'm honest, but I don't know what to say. Like, it doesn't actually look that bad. When I swatched it, I was like, oh, it's still gonna be too warm, it's gonna oxidize, but it's not horrendous. I just feel like it's a hair too dark, but then it's in the light range, and then I feel like on my face it's gonna look fine, and it compared to my other foundations, and it looked fine as well under that lighting. So I don't know, like once I blend it into the back of my hand, I feel like it looks like a good shade, but then up in the pan it looks like a bloody bronzer. It's just like, I find this a marvel. I don't really understand. It probably is a shade too dark, but I think with a good brightening concealer as well, it'll look fine. Spin around and we're at the King Kylie section. It's so random, but every time I've seen this highlighter out, I'm like, ooh, that just looks so pretty and I really want it. It's in the shade Ice Me Out, 020 Ice Me Out. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It's unexplainable. It's not even that special. It's just every time I see it, it like catches the light like this. And I'm like, I just really want that. And it's like the most random thing that I've picked up today. Potentially the most random thing. I just really wanted to try it. Should we even swatch it? I'm actually scared to, because look at this. It looks so pretty. Like the packaging is not even that special. It's just pink. I can guarantee she'll probably rebrand this at some point. It just feels like she's going through a little bit of a, not rebranding, but it feels like the brand's shifting a little bit, which is good. Brands should shift and change with trends and how the brand is naturally growing. And I feel like it's going through one of those growing stages at the moment. But anyway, I just really wanted to try this bloody highlighter out. Every time I swatch it in store, I'm like, give it to me. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I don't think I own anything from Kylie Cosmetics, but I do now. Ooh, yeah, baby. Okay, last but certainly not least, I picked up a load of things from Maybelline because I saw how many interesting products are coming out with that at the moment. So they've got the Super Stay Foundation, which, first of all, the packaging for this feels like so sporty, so fresh. I love the colour. Is it gonna focus? I love the colour of this. I love the glass bottle. Everything about this feels really, really nice. I got mine in the shade 098. It's a 30-hour wear Lumi Matte Foundation. First of all, I just want to put it out there. I don't know of any human being, I don't know of any person that puts a foundation on intending to wear it for 30 hours. I don't think I've ever worn my makeup for that long intentionally. If I know I'm going to be up for that long, Lord knows I don't want to be plastered in makeup for the entire duration of that. So for me, I'm like, 30 hours? What are we doing? There's 24 hours in a day. What are we doing? Anyway, but by the by, Lumi Matte Foundation I also thought sounded pretty interesting. I really like luminous satin foundations. I like to be glowy and dewy, but then sometimes when I don't want to be like glowy, greasy, glowy dewy, which I do love, like I love that. I'd call this like a luminous matte foundation. This is the Nars, it's the Nars one. Maybe it's called Luminous Matte? No, I don't know what it's called. It's listed in the description bar down below. I felt like this might be a dupe for this and like trying to do the same thing, and I really do like the Luminous Matte, like the satin type of foundations. So yeah, I got mine in the shade 098, and there was a good shade range, so I'm excited to try this one out. Also, this, I like put in my basket, took out my basket, put in my basket, took out my basket, and I was like, sod it, we'll just get it. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Perfecta 4-in-1 Glow Makeup. This is in the shade 01 Light. It's a primer, concealer, highlighter, and a BB cream. It does it all, baby. It looks like this. It's got one of those big poofs at the end of it. Come on, baby. Okay, right, I've got it going a little bit, you can see. So, I feel like it's supposed to be, here we go, like this. It's like a really light tinted, glowy product where you can see the back of my hand is like glowy. It's kind of, for me, like a Charlotte Tilbury dupe, but in like the Glow Perfecta Hollywood Flawless Filter, I think it's called, but like in their iconic packaging. This might be one of those things where I pick it up, try it, I really like it, but once I finish it, I move on to new pastures. But this for me, I'm like, oh, this might be really nice, like paired with just a concealer, and I don't want a lot of stuff happening. I probably wouldn't use it as a primer. I feel like it would be pretty lost, but I feel like just all over the face, just a kind of a tinted moisturizer. I feel like this might be quite nice, just like paired with a concealer. It does not really give coverage, it just gives like that perfecting feel. So who knows, maybe I'll really like it enough to like repurchase it time and time again. Maybe it's like a little bit of a gimmick. We will find out, but I just really like the look of it, and it went in and out of my basket more times than I can tell you. Like, look at this, by the way. Sorry, like, look how glowy that is. You can still see like everything happening underneath my hand, so it's not offering coverage, but I feel like it's offering like a really luminous, glowy skin look, which I think, like I said, with concealer will look really, really nice. I picked up a couple of brow products as well. I picked up the Build a Brow pen in the shade 250 Blonde, just because although I've got brunette hair, like this is the root of my natural hair, this is like very, very old bleach, like from last summer that I just have let grow out. I do find that my brows, because they're quite thin and they're not very bold, I do prefer like a dark blonde or very, very light taupey brown. I don't like it to be too warm, that's my issue. So I picked up Blonde, but essentially you've got the brow pen on one side and the sealing gel on the other. I can imagine there's not a lot of product in here, and I can imagine it going pretty fast, but it's one of those like paintbrush type pens, which I actually really do like, really, really do. And so if I like both products, both ends, then this could potentially be one of those things that just constantly stays in my collection because of that reason and that reason alone, of it just being so like handy. Handiness goes a long way for me, okay? I'm a lazy girl. If you provide me things other pieces in my collection don't, then you stay. You get past the cut, you make the cut, you stay. I also picked up this because, speaking of like separate items, I do love brow glues, brow gels. This is called Super Lock Brow Glue. I do like brow glues, brow gels basically. I don't like when they get crispy. I don't like when they get like congealy. Does anyone like that? Does anyone like crispy, congealy brows? I don't think those are the words I want to hear when I'm thinking of brows. I want fluffy, voluminous, like light. I don't want gloopy. Anyway, that's not any of the words they're using to market this. So let's have a look at this. It's a nice size brow brush. It looks just like a pretty bog standard brow gel, but it has definitely got some more structure to it. So it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze. And if it's like that, then I'll really like this. So again, excited to try this out. I think these are going to be providing two different things. Hopefully this brow gel is nice, and hopefully the brow pen's nice. It will then stay in my collection forever as a travel favourite and just one of those things. This brow gel, it could be a new drugstore favourite. I also like that I can't see through the tube, so I can't see how disgusting it's getting. Because the NYX brow glue, I'm not gonna lie, although it serves the purpose still, I look at it and I'm like, ugh, that looks disgusting inside. I don't wanna know, okay? The less I know, the better. And then finally, we have this mascara here. I was really trying to find the sparkly mascara that they had. I've seen so many people put it in their brows, put it on the tips of their lashes, like after their mascara. And I'm like, does that not look just like so much fun? And I can see myself applying glittery mascara with just like a brown matte smoky eye. Like, how cute would that be? How cute would that be? Anyway, I picked up this because I was like, this looks new. This is the Sky High mascara, but this is in the shade Cosmic Black, as opposed to what, I don't know. Looks like this. You can see I haven't opened it yet. The brush applicator is absolutely still the same. It's just blacker than black, I guess. Also, the Sky High mascara, bloody banging. If you're looking for a benefit dupe for the Bad Gal Bang, I'd say they're very similar. They're not the same, but they're very similar, kind of serve and do the same things. I have both in my collection at all times because I like both of them. The Sky High is very affordable. It's around 10 to 12 pounds, so half the price of the benefit mascara. And like I said, it's like kind of doing the same thing. Like, are you really gonna notice? I'd say no. I mean, I notice, but I'd say like if other people look at your face, they're not gonna know. And it's a really good one. Maybelline do some really good mascaras. Isn't it beautiful? It's not even focusing. Let's focus you. Here we go. Isn't it beautiful of all of the stuff that I bought from Boots? Woo! I spent far too much money. I did use my Boots points very well. I always load up my Advantage card. I always have a look at what point perks that I can buy. Also, if you're gonna do the whole recycling scheme thing, highly recommend it. Just don't do what I did and make sure you do it 24 hours before. Plan it. Plan your little Boots recycling trip, unlike me, because otherwise you'll be trekking around with not only your new purchases, but your trash. Thank you so much for watching. I know this has been a really long video, but thank you for sticking to the end. If there's anything you saw in today's video that you want me to try out, I will be doing a full face of drugstore makeup, I think. I think that might be quite fun. Or just a full face of first impressions. Let me know what you would specifically like to see, and I'll incorporate the products you want to see the most in that video. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. Thumbs the video up if you have enjoyed. Talk to me down below. Explain to me what you'd like to see from all these products. Subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell because then you'll be notified of all the videos I upload. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!